What is going on, First Descendants? As you guys already know, August the 1st is just around the corner, and right now you have about more than a week to start getting ready for the release of the update. Now, in today's video, I'm going to talk about things I personally feel that you need to have ready for when the release comes. Remember, we're getting a new Descendants, we're getting a brand new Ultimate, we're also getting a brand new weapon, we're getting some buffs, we're getting some nerfs. So I wanted to make sure I put you guys on the right path on what you need to actually do to get this start going. So the first things I want to recommend, guys, is make sure you go to your Descendants and you get yourself an ultimate, whether it be Ultimate Lepek, Ultimate Viesa, Ultimate Bunny, Ultimate Ajax, or Ultimate Glee. You're going to want to make sure you at least have one. Now, you're probably wondering, why do I need to have one? Because the last thing you want to do, guys, is you want to have to farm for something that you already have access to right now. So as you guys know, Valby's coming, Ultimate Valby, there's going to be a new character. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are going to want to try the new Ultimate Valby, and some of you guys are going to want to try the new character. Now, you do not want to be farming Ultimate Glay, Ultimate Ajax, or whatever character you personally feel that you're pretty much attached to around the time the new content comes out. So pick an ultimate and, go with whatever ultimate you like or prefer, and have that ready so you don't have to worry about that when the new update comes out. I personally have some favorite ultimates, but I want to know, which is your favorite ultimate as of right now? Bonnie, Viesa, Lepek, Glee, or Ajax? Please let me know in the comment section down below. After you have that, guys, let's talk a little bit about weapons. So in the weapon category, guys, I'm going to suggest you at least have one of these 3 weapons ready to go. And when I mean ready to go, have all the bars filled. Okay, so the first one being the Thunder Cage, this one being the most simplest one to farm. I think everybody should at least have this to a max, ultimate max. To when I say ultimate max, I mean like you have infused 4 of them already, right? So you have 4 of them in there, and you have these 4 little slots already active. I would recommend the Thunder Cage just because it's the simplest one to farm. But if we're talking about weapons that I feel you should have in your inventory right now, which are not that difficult to get in the sense of them being farmed, definitely the Thunder Cage would probably be the simplest one. Alright, so the next weapon I want to recommend is this one right here called the Nasra Devotion. I hope I pronounced that right. Basically, this weapon right here is very easy to get right now. It's not that difficult to farm. But the great thing about this weapon is right now, it's not a lot of people are saying this is good, or, you guys got to get this weapon. But the great thing is that this weapon's going to get 2 major buffs. Number one, it got named that it was going to get a buff. And number 2, they said that they were going to buff any weapon that's single fired. This is a hand cannon, single fires. So I believe this weapon will be really, really good when it comes out. The next weapon I want to recommend is the Python. Now, this one's a little bit harder to farm, but this should be at your top tier list of weapons to get currently right now, and have them at least unlocked before the release. So it might be a little bit more hard to fill this all up and complete it, but if you guys do need help, we help on Twitch every single day. But with that being said, this one, at least get the ultimate version of it. So at least just get one. Okay, so you want to make sure you do that. Now, those are on ultimate side of things. Apart from the ultimate side of things, weapons I would recommend you pick up because I feel like with the buff, they're going to be pretty good. It's going to be the Assassin's Edge, and of course the Eternal Willpower. Those are definitely going to be high priority right there. And those are just in the purple category. Now that you have that out of the way, let's go to the Battle Pass. Now, the Battle Pass is going to be interesting because we're going to be talking about this particular part, which is called the Battle Supply Shop. So the Battle Supply Shop has free items, if you guys didn't know. And before the season, you're going to at least want to get one of those free cosmetics, either for Ajax, or you're going to want to get the cosmetic for the Battle Supply for Viesa. Now, the reason why is that these can disappear when the new season comes out. It probably will still be here during August the 1st, but in that it doesn't really matter in the sense that you don't want to be farming for this when the stuff actually drops. Now, moving along within the other stuff that we have, which is going to be this right here, which is going to be your access info. We're going to go here, is you're going to want to at least have 1 crystallization catalyst ready to go, and you at least want to have 1 material ready to go to produce another catalyst, right? So you want to make sure you at least have multiple of these, because you are going to pretty much be using this on one of the brand new Descendants. So you want to make sure you have as many of these as possible, but before the DLC or the update comes out, you want to make sure you at least have one ready to go and ready to farm. Next up, you want to make sure you at least have one energy activator, because you're going to want to make sure that you have enough of this to be able to put in either the brand new weapon that's coming out or the new Descendant. Theoretically, you want to have at least 2 for the new weapon and for the Descendant, or 3 for the ultimate Valby, for the new Descendant, and for the weapon. So 3 would probably be your target, but I would suggest to 1, which these are very hard to farm. Once again, we help people in the stream farm these as well. Now, on top of that, you are also going to want to make sure you have one of the things that requires you to level up the weapon. The reason is because, remember, when we get the ultimate weapon, if it works very similar to the way it's working now, that's going to drop at a level 1, and you want to make sure that you have the items ready to go to be able to upgrade that weapon. Okay, so that's really important. The next thing we're going to be talking about, guys, is you want to make sure that whenever we go to our Descendant here, let's go to info, that you at least have enough Kuiper to be able to level up your character, and you want to make sure you have enough gold to be able to spend money to be able to have that ready to go. Now, on top of that, guys, this, my boy Tron's been working on a nice Kuiper farm and gold farm, so you're definitely going to want to make sure you check that out. On top of that, additionally, guys, we're going to go here to the Descendants, we're going to go to Valby, and we're going to go into her kit real quick, and you're going to want to make sure that when you guys are farming right now, you're at least getting items for her, because she is going to become an ultimate character, and you at least want to make sure you're not dismantling stuff for her. So she drops with a non-attribute, and she also drops with dimension. All right, so basically you want to make sure you get a a item that either has dimension and non-attributes and fusion. So you want to make sure that the reactors that are actually dropping right now, you're going to be going to, you're going to go here, sorry. So you're going to go non-attribute, and you're going to look for the ones that have non-attribute fusion power to make sure, or dimension, and you're not throwing those away, because those are going to be used for Valby, and if you plan on picking up Ultimate Valby, you at least want to make sure you have those ready to go. Now, based on that, guys, I think that pretty much sums up the most important thing. The other important thing I want to recommend is at least have one of your characters or one of your Descendants level 40, so you guys have that ready to go. If you are playing on Bunny, highly recommend you check our Bunny build. We are also going to be having a Freena build coming up very soon, an Ajax build, and of course one for Ultimate Valby, and all its kits and all the best stuff. But I think overall in general, I kind of covered the most important things that I feel you should have ready, and could easily get it done by a week to make sure that when you get the next Descendant, or when we get the next update, you're at least ready to go, just to jump onto the brand new content, to have it, and you're ready to tackle it, as opposed to trying to do that as the content is coming out. So I hope you found this video helpful, informative. If you did, do me a huge favor, guys, drop a comment, drop a like, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and I'll talk to you guys later.